Good morning, babies. How are you? How are you doing? Um, this is a general message, so take what resonates and leave the rest. The song I got on shuffle is How a Cowgirl Says Goodbye. A cup of coffee with the first sunlight. At last chance, Texaco. I'm thumbing through a worn out road map, trying to decide which way to go. These empty miles in her memory, they just seem to linger on. She left me on this lost highway, wondering why and where she's gone. Did I say by Tracy Lawrence? It's How a Cowgirl Says Goodbye by Tracy Lawrence. It's my favorite Tracy Lawrence song. He's a badass. That's how a cowgirl breaks a young man's heart. That's how a whole world slowly came apart. My whole world slowly came apart with a cold and empty stare, as if I wasn't there. She didn't even stop to cry. That's how a cowgirl says goodbye. And the song that came on before that, but I was like, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it, but now I'm kind of feeling it. It's Feathered Indians by Tyler Childress. And what I'm getting here is like you are coming into people or like seeing people that are like better for you with that Tyler Childers song, The Feathered Indians, because he's like talking about how like had I known she was religious, I wouldn't have came stoned to the house of such an angel, too fucked up to get back home. Like you're meeting like these really good people and like different than, and this is like, work life love, like, relationships, friends, whatever. However it resonates for you. So you're meeting like different people, and it could just be like you hearing about other people. It doesn't even, we had 222, or you like met your divine counterpart or something in passing or something like that. And so because of that, you have this like you were invigorated with this strength and ability to just be like, I'm good, and just cut them off. With a cold and empty stare, as if I wasn't there. She even stopped to cry. I guess that's how a cowgirl says goodbye. Called her mom up and down, up, called her, God, called her mom in Abilene, just to find out how she's been. She said she stopped a while in San Antone to spend some time with an old friend. With all this distance in between us, I'm sure I never crossed her mind. It may take all these roads ahead just to leave it all behind. That's how a cowgirl says breaks a young man's heart. And this, it just repeats itself. So like your strength was underestimated. See, we have the strength card here, and see how she's like able to like toss a lion into the air, like catch me like a baby. They didn't see how strong you are, like you are straight like freak show strong. And I mean that in the best loving way. And because like they had, whoever these people were thought like, whether it was time that you had relationships with them, like, or family, they're like, oh, well, you don't leave blood. Like, you don't leave, I've been your friends for 20 years, whatever. And you have no, like, problem with that cutoff game. And just because you're, like, finally, like, wow, I actually know my worth. And I'm seeing, like, it's like you were shown, like how he says, thumbing through a worn out roadmap, like you were like going through like old memories. And we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and you're seeing where they've held you back before, like your whole life basically. And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna have a higher standards for my relationships. Because we have the Page of Pentacles here, and he's the little scholar. You learned the lesson. You've learned the lesson, and you know, look at, because he's graduated. So yes, you know, you're not out in the real world yet, but you know, like, okay, I'm new to this, but I'm gonna walk away. Um, I'm gonna give this up because I've learned, I've gone through the schooling, I've gone through the teaching, the lessons, and now I can walk away. And you know, I know I deserve better. I don't know what's gonna happen after this, but something needs to happen. And since I see like the 3 legs, I see that you like moving quickly in that direction. And both songs had like a travel theme. So if you like feel the urge to go like do a like long weekend little travel thing, like even if it's just in the state you live in, just like out of town, like go do it. Um, you know, go stay in a hotel or whatever, like go change it up for a little bit. It's very needed. And I have a feeling it'll like rejuvenate you if you feel called to do that, obviously. All right. Then we have Let Go Barry. Oh shit. And it's number 17. And since this came out in reverse, this is kind of like how you were before. And, or maybe you're kind of like almost like you're thinking about cutting someone off. You're thinking about being the cowgirl that says goodbye. But you're like, oh, I don't know if I should do this. Definitely do it. If you're even thinking about it and thinking like reflecting that you've had this, you know, they've held you back in some sort of way, it's time. And by letting go and burying these things, you know, these people, whatever, like don't literally bury them, you know. But since we have that little shovel, the like gardening shovel or whatever the fuck it's called, that's showing me that once you do that, you're gonna have crops growing. Like you, whatever you have to put an end to, let go of, and bury, that's going to like nourish the soil for your crops to grow and your abundance to come in. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of swords. So literally you moving away, like you choosing, yes, you're new to this, you're new to like cutting people out that like you never thought you would have to. Look how like sweet that like bear dude is to this guy. I don't even know what the hell he is, but like it's a warm embrace. Like spirit is gonna have your back, or you know, the new people that you're like heading out with. But I'm seeing it more as like, especially if you're willing to like go it alone, you are going to be in this warm, fuzzy, protected embrace to do this. You're going to be rewarded and held by Most High to do this. And these people, they're just going to be watching and like stalking basically with this Page of Swords in reverse. And we have the 2 of Wands in reverse. They might just try to like stop you in any way and like try to like convince you not to, because they don't want to get hurt. And like you don't want to hurt people, but they're going to try and play on that, on your soft spots. So you got to have that cold and empty stare as if they aren't there. And don't even stop to cry. Don't let them see it. Don't let them see anything. Don't give them anything and just leave. And I think, you know, I'm getting at this point, especially because we have this Page of Cups, you've met other people or just like experienced better behavior from other people that you're like, yeah, I deserve better. Fuck that. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you though. Appreciate it. What do we have here? Focused on the big picture. Number 19. So this is a real red-tailed hawk, and notice how it's like standing on this like eyeball. Make sure that you're not like getting too tunnel vision, because this card did come out in reverse. Make sure that you're not focusing on like what I got was like the resentment and stuff that you have. Like just know that you're safer walking away, but you also have to forgive them and like energetically. Like you might be physically leaving them, but you energetically need to let it go. So you need to heal, forgive them, that stuff, because that might be something you're holding on to with this let it go and bury it. It might, you might have already done that, might have already walked away, but there's still something you're holding on to. You're like, you're still mad at them, you're still this, you're still that, and that's holding you back energetically. So that's what I'm getting now, especially is like a lot of you are just not letting go energetically. Like there's still some anger, there's still like, why would you do that? Like I can't believe they treated me that way my whole life. You're gonna have to switch the narrative and be like, damn, like they helped me get strong as fuck, like that totally sucked, yes, but I can thank them for my awakening. I can thank them for my growth. Yeah, you gotta let them go. Nice. And until you do that, because we have prayer answered in reverse. So until you give, see how there's a bison there? You know, they're notoriously like stubborn. There was 11:22 on the clock. So they're notoriously stubborn. They, you know, stand their ground. Until you're willing to like be flexible and release things and move forward, that big prayer, big manifestation isn't going to be answered until you do so. And so yes, you got rid of the thing physically, but if you're still holding space for that energetically, then that blessing can't come in until you let that go that way. Like you did a good job, you let them go, and that I applaud you. Very good job. But there's still something energetically you're holding on to, and that, you know, if that's why you're like wondering like, dude, what the fuck? Like why hasn't this come in? I'm doing what I have 444 on the clock. I'm doing it all. I'm doing I've done what you asked me. Give me my prize. It's because you didn't do it energetically yet. There's still something clinging there. You still think about it. You still are angry. You still are this, that, whatever resonates for you. And that's your inner truth. Yeah. So like, I'm just saying this is like this is a confirmation that, you know, be real with yourself. Like, yes, there's dark and light here. And, you know, the owl has like really good eyes. You know, they can see, and they can also turn their head like a crazy amount. So look within, like, you know, at every part, and like use your super good eyes to see in the dark of what's hiding and what you're holding on to and what your inner truth is, what you're, because there's definitely something energetically you're holding on to that you may not be aware of. It's just like a habit, it's an addiction, and that's holding you back from these big ass, badass blessings. Nice. And get out of your head. So this is, that's funny. There's a rooster on top of the head. You're a dickhead. So, that's just telling me, like how I said, like go out and do something, go on a little vacation, like a little, you know, just a little adventure. Even if you don't go stay out of town for the night, like go out and change that. Go do a little adventure, whatever that means for you, whatever you're able to do, go explore that, because that's going to help you like get out of your head, get more present, and then you can get like that refreshed energy, and you'll be able to see things from a new perspective. So that might give you that, you know, while you're away, you get your answer of like what you're holding on to, or, you know, once you come back and you're like refreshed and like have more like stamina to keep doing this work and looking within, that's when you'll get your answer. All right, babies, I gotta go work. I hope you have a great day. Stay out of trouble, and put the chicken out on the on the counter so it can thaw so I can cook it when I get home. Okay? Better do your chores while I'm at work. All right. I love you. Bye.